My name is Mr. Nissen, and this is a tutorial on a tool called a palm router. First, a quick note on the terminology that I'll be using in this lesson. It's pretty important to try to learn woodworking terms because A, that's how you and I are going to communicate in the shop, and B, you'll just sound like a pro. Here's the good news. Woodworking terms are easy because they refer to real, actual things, not like complicated theories or abstract ideas. Also, don't fret about remembering the spelling of these terms. For the most part, these are words that we say to each other. We read measurements, we read drawings, and we talk in the terminology of our trade. That said, sometimes it's good to see words. It helps stick them in your brain, at least it does for me. So, when a word comes up in this lesson that I think you might not know, it will pop up on the screen with a simple definition or a picture illustrating the term. Sound good? Alright, here we go. A palm router is a small version of a full-sized router. It has an interchangeable bit that spins and a flat deck to ride on. A bit is comprised of a cutter as well as a bearing to ride along a template. The height of the deck is adjustable. The palm router is used to remove material either off an edge for a profile, through material like in a groove or dado, or to trim off excess material like laminate. The bit is held in a collet. The way a collet works is this nut fits over it and it slides into the spindle of the router, and as it tightens down this tapered shaft, these four parts provide even pressure on the bit. This is the shank of the bit. We want to slide this shank in all the way into the collet so that only 2 to 3 millimeters of this machined surface stick out the bottom. We're going to use 2 wrenches to tighten it, and we want it very tight. This is the power switch, and this is the variable speed control. The only way to dial this in is with trial and error on a test piece. You hold the router in your palm and you run it along the edge of your material. As with any power tool, there are some safety procedures that must be followed. With this tool, you always want to make your cuts left to right. That means counterclockwise when you're cutting around the outside of a shape, and clockwise when you're cutting around the inside. Also, no loose-fitting clothing. It wouldn't take much for this bit to get wrapped up in a hoodie. Finally, eye protection and hearing protection are a must with this tool, as it kicks out a lot of dust and chips and is quite loud.